me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash and love to spend.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon. Storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
47. 47.
He's cracked.
Gun.
55, come on, guys, 55.
Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Terrell Owens, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Michael Vick. Eluding the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go. Check the play. Check right to left. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that over. D-line, get that quarterback. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. I'm scared. Hey, check.
First down, Vic. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there, and the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Vic on 3rd and 2. And an alley to run. Being chased out left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Vic operating on first down. They'll roll him out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 more yards. That's another Steelers.
Now Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you would
now they have that opportunity.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Terrell Owens, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Bell. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That's complete to Randall L. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Vic to throw it. Ebron caught left side. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
It's 4th down.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. On 4th down, Vic forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ed Oliver. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. These two teams all tied after 1.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 46.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Hey, kill. 47.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Vic. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Vic. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. Vick will look to throw on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Vick now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So here's Vick following the interception. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Vick dancing to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Vick, rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
49, guys. 49. Watch the back, watch the back.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Steps away to his left. Goes underneath for Bell. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw again on second down. Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing, Vick. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The throw on second down from Vic, incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Vic now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
McKenzie now to return it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll run here with Singletary. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Here we go, 47. Hustle. Football. Mark 55. Rabbit. Hey, watch this.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Buying time to his left. And Prescott stripped. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 2nd down now. It's Lynch, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got you. I got you.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Lynch, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and goal. Prescott, he's got a man complete. It's Clay. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
It's now 2nd and 6.
You got nothing
at the 35-yard line.
You got nothing. Go, go. 49 to Mike, watch 49.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Vick, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 60 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Mike, 55. Hey, kill.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, he's got a man, complete. It's a gain of 34.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. The Steelers 45-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You got time right there. Go to 54. Line in. Get wide. Check 9. 49. Check 49. Quick the edge. Come.
On play action, Prescott escapes the sack. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. 20. Does the big boy have the juice? And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Right there in the middle. Here we go. 46. Let's go. Let's bring it. Hey, alert 3. 47. Here we go. 26.
Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
39 yards there, a big one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. On 1st down, it's Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a carry here for the fullback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Andre Reed there, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott, flush to his right. Got a man. It's Andre Reed. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Hauschka adds the extra point. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would
they kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base. Right 54. Right 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, wahoo. Hey, who we got? Mike 5-4. Hey. Mike 5-4. They can't hang with us. Right there. Now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. They'll drop the throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
You ready? Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Roll out. Watch the whip. Yep. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Defense.
Second and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 27. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 32-yard line.
On second down, it's Carson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And that's good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gotta go, in and out, go.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert.
48-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
61, match box.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going deep downfield from Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
70, Indy. Topper. Hey, Orville. Don't get nervous. Watch that side.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check three. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Finley. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Bruce Irvin in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd and a couple, Finley. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie.
Here we go. Mike 5-4.
Take them.
A 1st down throw for Finley. Taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Benson Mayowa. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Sam off. Check.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball. Or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Okay.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready,
from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check back. Protein spill. Now. Hey, exit. Ready.
Following the interception, Finley. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. 54. Right here.
They go play action. Finley, he's going to fire one. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, 34 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's great. Good job right there. Good job right there.
On second down now. It's Carson, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Switch it.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They run for it with Carson, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Finley now, 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Roy. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way, but you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams, and the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. A throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Forced out to his left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing. Finley. And able to find Green. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready up. Check right 54. Right 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Pilot 64. Weak.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey, zoom. Check tight. Check tight.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Get it.
Finley now from the 50. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Finley sets to throw on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Josh Gordon, 69 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. All the time.
Doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try.
It got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. On 1st and 10, Finley. Out to his left. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Finley dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his running back, Mixon. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. About 3 yards there to the 27. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Finley now on 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Cameron Brate, 27 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now it's Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
On second down, it's Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Finley now after the fumble recovery. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play. Play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, Foxtrot. Go.
First down, Finley. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Finley. And break, the tight end's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Now Finley. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayowa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leader...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
We go, set, 60 or.
They're running it. Shit.
Hard. Kill.
Hey, watch it.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Finley. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Leo, fight.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Protein spill.
Get the weight.
On 2nd and 11 now. Finley airing one out for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Finley setting up on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing again, Finley on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw, Finley. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
March 50, March 50, March 50. Watch the stick, Delta. Go.
2nd down, Finley. Now he'll escape to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Finley. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Carson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Flush to his right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Finley. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
They'll run on first down. Nixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 61 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a desperation throw deep down, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now Finley. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he powers his way up past the 30. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Cincinnati, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen,